All right. So over the past like 4 years, I think everybody that cares about competitive COD is sort of given up because of Activision. So screw it. Here's my take on everything that's I think's wrong and how to get back to the glory days.
Place to hide.
Yo, what is going on, guys? HMRFlame here with a brand new video. As you can tell, it's different that my intro is not as enthusiastic. Reason for that is COD. Let me just explain, right? I've been a competitive player since 2013. Seen a lot of ups and downs. Past 4 years, I've done nothing but downs. Let's just address some of the issues, because I just want to give you my opinion, just one old COD player's opinion. There's no open events. There's nothing. Back in the day, you know, even in the CWR MLG days, you could go to an open event and end up in pro play with the pros. Can't do that anymore. Could qualify for the main champs. Can't do that anymore because we have a challenges champs now. Whatever. We played an online event earlier this year. We got beat in the finals by hackers. We told them they were hacking. The guys running it didn't have a clue. Is what it is. Month or 2 or 3 later or something, they got called off for hacking in a 2K. So yeah, hackers everywhere. And on top of that, Activision have broken old CODs. They've cease and desist, shouted at everyone, told them to close their applications for people wanting to play the old CODs. It's getting beyond a joke. I'm making this video because I know that a lot of people don't understand why I'm passionate about it. I was one of the first ever people to cast and make amateur leagues and tournaments that were casted and had player cards and whatnot back in the day. I used to wear a suit and everything. Those that have known me since back then, or followed me since back then, shout out to you guys. So I'm doing it again with the Hammer League. I don't care if people hate me, I don't care if people like me or dislike me. Like, at the end of the day, no one can take away how passionate I am about it. That's one thing no one can disagree with. Don't try to have beef with anyone. I try to do the best I can for the scene. It's all I've ever tried to do. As well as obviously have my own like career sort of thing as well. So, you know, the Hammer League was made to give everyone a little bit of the past into the future. You know, the casting with the player cards, the pre-show every weekend, and exclusive to every single player, you know, that makes them feel like a pro. So much. And like I said, the reason I'm making this video now is because of how bad it's getting with Activision. Like, not even just Activision, look at the games, bro. Modern Warfare 2 is ass. Game is dog shit. Right, I'm gonna put this on screen now, just watch it.
Call of Duty is now pay to win, and I'm gonna prove it to you. A patent owned by Activision for its microtransaction engine states the system may include microtransaction arranged matches to influence game-related purchases. The system may match a more expert player with a junior player to encourage the junior player to make game-related purchases of items possessed or used by the expert player. And just for research purposes, let's see how our first game goes.
Okay.
I should have 6 on. No f***ing way. I think it's safe to say this clearly works. Let's start a chain down below of the most original comment you guys see on this app. You guys thought it ended there? Ever wondered why you get lasered by Little Timmy in 0.2 seconds after you've already shot 5 bullets into his head and he's still alive? Yup, you guessed it. Hit registration, health, and damage-based matchmaking. When a player aims his weapon at a target, a parameter defining the tolerance for how accurate the player's aim must be to hit the target is modified based on the acquired skill level of the player. The computer assigns the tolerance for how accurate the player's aim must be to hit the target differently based on the skill level of the player. Player having a higher skill level will be assigned a lower tolerance parameter and therefore will have to be more accurate in aiming in order to hit the target. A player having a lower skill level will be assigned a higher tolerance parameter and therefore could be less accurate in aiming in order to hit the target. Meaning a lower skilled player just needs to hit close enough to the target, whereas a higher skilled player needs to directly hit them.
What you've just seen is literal proof that I've been saying for months, and that most people have already had this theory that it was a thing, and it's just proven it is, that the game can change like that. If you're bad, this, you'll be good at this game. Because, one, there's no skill gap, because every time you do, like, if you're bad, your hitbox is bigger, you get more aim assist, the guns do more damage, headshot multiply, all this. And this changes day to day. It's the only, well, not the only, but it's the most consistent COD I've ever seen for inconsistency. It's the only thing that's consistent. One game you can fry. Next game you can't kill a thing. Not because of internet, not because of con, it's because all these factors change, because they're trying to make bad people good at the game. Oh. It's depressing, and it angers me, because I'm sure there's a lot of yous watching that, you know, have been around for the past few years, and I feel bad for yous. You haven't experienced what the great days were of competing, man. I started in Ghosts. What a time, man. What a time. Go back and watch MLG Ghosts. MLG AW. CWO BO3. Like, unreal. Unreal. But, here's the thing, right? Let's just go back to MW 2019. Worst COD ever made, in my opinion. And I stick to that. Warzone. They focus on that in the kill COD. The biggest thing that's killing COD right now, RCT said it. It's on PC. Look, I get it. People are going to say the frames are good or graphics. Yeah, that's all good. But PS5 and Xbox Series X can get 120, 150, whatever. Why do we need anything else? Bro, I just got my custom Battle Beaver. Let me just show you this, right? Custom Battle Beaver, PS4 controller. Look, yeah, I'd be a bit wounded if we went to console because I couldn't use it. But I'd be so much happier with enjoyment for the fact that I can sit and play, you know, on console with no hackers. I can sit and have the good old days, whatever. So that's the first thing. There's one of the main things we need to address, right? So, not only do Activision know all this, they don't care. But, as I was saying earlier, let's go back to the games, right? Modern Warfare 2019, dog maps are 5v5, whatever. Moving on, Cold War, decent. I didn't mind Cold War. Still wasn't as good as any of the originals, or the old CODs, but it was decent. It was good, it was fun. But that's when the hackers started to win over PC. So, fast forward, we get Vanguard. Everyone knows Vanguard, yeah? But, look, the broken windows stuff, you know, the breakables, again, that had the aim assist stuff, all this stuff, but no one was prepared for 2022 when they've dropped this. This dog out, and it's just something else, bro. Like, what do we do at this point? The game is so... Like, there's no off-season, really, because there's nothing to do. Like, what, we go play old CODs? We can't go play them safely anymore. You know, it's beyond a joke. And this is... Right, look, I'm trying to just go off the top of my head because I don't want it to be a fake video. I want to just tell you what my personal beliefs and opinions are. Here's what they need to do to change things. We need more events. We need UK, Europe, APAC. You know, like, for example, the franchise era, it's got to go. It's shit. No one gives a about the leagues. No one gives a about the team names, the city-based stuff, whatever. We need, if they're going to do leagues, like CWL, why not do one in each country? Like, what country? Every continent. So you've got North America, South America, Europe, you know, APAC. And then you get more, the best of both worlds, even Asia. Like an Asian league, all that stuff. And if you're going to go down that road, that's the best way, but they won't do it. So, okay, let's do something else. Why don't we just go back to what we know works? CWL, MLG have open events where people can go to, smaller ones, bigger ones. You know, CWL Birmingham, things like that. We haven't had an Insomnia with COD because they won't let them do it no more. Great experience. Even go check it out on YouTube. Insomnia Gaming Festival. It's absolutely wicked. It's sick. On top of that, what else? What else we got that's a problem? So, not only obviously the hackers and stuff. That's obviously right now probably one of the biggest issues, but let's just talk about next year. Modern Warfare 3. So they suck, bro. Activision don't care about the game anymore. They haven't for a good few years now. But their thing is, they're putting out content and games that they're not proud of. They don't care. They're putting it out for money. It grabs money just like that. Left, right, center. Door. Bags. Get that stack, yeah? Modern Warfare 3 is going to be the exact same as Modern Warfare 2. And until that mentality changes, like, for example, you go look at World at War. You go look at Black Ops 2. The amount of time that went into that, David Vonderhaar, for example, Vonderhaar even said the amount of hours, like, he critiqued himself for stuff to get it perfect because they wanted a good product. They don't do that no more. And it's not because they don't have the capability of doing so, it's because they don't care. They just want the money, they want the bag. They said getting that stack. So, look, casual players that watch this, I understand, yeah, it's a fun game, whatever, because you don't know the in-depth situation of the game. Competitive players know the mechanics, the everything, you know, and that's not a disrespect, it's the truth, it's fact. Like, the game sucks, there's so many problems wrong with it. The servers were shit. The guns were broken. There's so many things wrong with it, and we're gonna have the same thing next year, I promise it. But open events, maps and modes, bro. Get rid of control. I personally think control's dog shit. CTF took so much more skill, much better game mode. Uplink was the shit. Blitz was the shit. Bring me back a third game mode that's fun, that takes some actual skill instead of kill whoring. Yeah, you can say, well, you got to cap points and all that, and yeah, whatever. But it's still based off kills. I hate it. Uplink, watching it, unreal. Give us jetpacks back. It was so entertaining, it's so fun, it had a skill gap. It's crazy. I'm not going to get into that because that's going to spark up a whole discussion. This is mainly about what I think is the problems and what's fixable. So yeah, let's get the maps and modes sorted first. The maps pretty much suck. You got control on Bagra, like when that was first a thing. Like spawn trap, you dead. Expo. Where do I start? I don't even want to talk about it. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen. LSE low control, same concept. Like the maps are so limited and they're so dog shit. Like there's maybe one or two MW 2019 maps, crap, absolutely crap. Cold War, they had a few good ones and a few bad ones, but they brought back classics that made up for it. Vanguard, like, let's be real, Bacage was just a fest. You know, on top of that you had Berlin, which I mean, it was hit and miss. Like, again, the maps were just not great. Tuscan was alright, but like, and then you get this game. Like, Hotel, I don't mind. But we had Raceway, they got rid of Raceway. Okay then, so, like, bro, the maps are a big factor. You go tell me, leave in the comments what your favourite map is of all time, competitively, just competitive. Mine's Detroit Hardpoint, perfect, 3 lanes, the way the map was, oh, brilliant. If you haven't seen it, go search Advanced Warfare Detroit Hardpoint. What a mapping mode that was. But yeah, that's what I think with the maps and modes. But personally, what I do believe is the key, and people can say this is not going to work, whatever. The amateur scene has to stick together, because there's nothing, and until they do something, which they probably won't for a while, like everything gets a return. It will come around again. We'll get something back at some point. But the AM scene needs to stick together. The Hammer League, for example, or the XP League, we all need to stick together because we're the only ones that give a shit, you know. One day, like I said, hopefully we get chances to go to events and that again, and like proper events, and do all this and that, and it not be based around an American sport, which we don't want. Bro, like, look at APAC. You had Mind Freak in the Pro League. You had Europe. You had Splice. Do you know how many players, I'm sure someone watching, you right there, I bet you've done it, have had to quit or retire, like pros, amateurs, semi-pro, top arms, whatever, because the game was shit, or they had no more chances, or their country had no events. It's ruthless. It really is ruthless. And like, they've just announced they're doing a 2-year deal on YouTube as well, when Twitch is clearly the best option. Look at the viewerships with the watch parties and that. Like, they just don't care, bro, and that's simply it. And I'm sorry for ranting, but I had to get this off my chest with how angry I am with how COD is, and I'm not going to give up. You know, I'm going to do my best to still make tournaments and leagues and keep the scene as active as I can. So for those that do support me, I do appreciate all of it. You know, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I appreciate all the support that everyone's given me and the respect, you know. And much love to you all. For those that hate me or don't like me, I couldn't give a flying so sure. Good luck. But yeah, sorry about the rant. I just had to get it off my chest. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that, you know, I want to see the discussion in the comments, and I hope that you agree with most of the stuff I said, because this is the biggest problems. There's just, it's been tipped on its head since Black Ops, so it just went downhill after CWL, and people can say it's been fun here and there, like, yeah, we've had the odd moments, but I don't see a way back unless it goes back to how it was, or better. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.